Alright, welcome back to the channel. You've not been clickbaited. This is in fact a completely game-breaking glitch that has been found on the Eisendrache. Before I get into any of this, it's not found by me. I'm pretty sure credit goes to Greg FPS and his team. They did a speedrun of the Eisendrache where they managed to do it on round 2. Now obviously a lot of people were like, how did you have enough zombies to do that? Let alone doing it that fast, but that's just skill. And he briefly mentioned in the comments how he did it. But I think I'd just give a bit more coverage on this because it's such a cool discovery, and it actually kind of gives you a reason to go back to the Eisendrache for a bit and just have a couple games with it, I guess. You'll notice I am using Mega Gobblegums. It just helps you to do the glitch earlier. This is definitely better than the Rocket Test one that was patched all those years ago. So obviously, what it's going to do is help you to get a ton more zombies than you normally can, which pretty much helps you to do everything in the map, you know, all the bows, the Easter egg, all that good stuff. So what you want to do is just get the power. You can probably tell from the thumbnail what this might involve. No points for guess on that one. So there we go, we got power on, I've got 0 kills, and I'm just going to throw out some perks to get points actually. Because we're going to need 1500 points, because as you might have guessed, this is going to involve the chain trap. I mean the cage trap rather. So yeah, there we go, we have 1500 points, 0 kills, so I'm just going to get all the zombies rounded up, and then I'm going to show you what we're doing. So there we go, that's like enough zombies. Just make sure you have like 3 or 4 at the least, I reckon. And you're just going to use the cage trap. I know, it's like the weirdest thing in the entire world. Nobody ever uses it. So already this is a very weird glitch, and you're just literally going to get the zombies killed, that's it. I think we could kill that as well if I want to slide under the trap, but I'm not risking it. Actually, nah, not gonna. So there we go, we got some kills with it, and you're gonna notice they actually start respawning, so already it's a bad enough trap. But if we just wait for a second, you're gonna notice they respawn, and respawn, and respawn. And you're gonna end up with way more zombies than you had, and in fact, if you wait, like I'm just gonna wait around here, and you're just gonna notice they start flooding in. There's like a stupid amount of them. You literally just use the cage trap, that's the whole entire glitch. I don't know how nobody has noticed this in 5 years. I think it's been 5 years. I think Greg FPS was the first to find it, because I've not seen any sort of coverage on this whatsoever. But there you go. I don't know if it counts as a glitch, because Treyarch has just coded the trap badly if it respawns extra zombies. It's not even like... There we go, there's like a full train. And you don't even know, maybe there's going to be more once I start killing them, because that looks like a full train. So yeah, I'm just going to start feeding the dragons, and I'm going to cut to once I get my Wrath of the Ancients. Oh, by the way, an easy mistake you can make with this is thinking they're gonna respawn, but they don't. So just make sure you don't end the round, because that's a big issue, and I've done that a few times now in an attempt to make this video. You also want to make sure that doesn't fucking happen. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't end the round. I think it might not. I'm gonna have to use the trap again just to be perfectly safe. But yeah, you can see that. There you go, we got a nuke, and that wasn't even like the end of the world. So as long as you have like 3 or 4 zombies, I noticed with like 1 it ends the round, and then with like 2 or 3 it didn't quite work. But as long as I think you have 4 maybe, it should work. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go, fine. It blows my mind that no one found this for like 5 years. I get that nobody uses the trap because it's garbage. But, and I'm surprised that they let a glitch like this slip through the cracks. I don't think it was a day 1 thing, like maybe they accidentally broke this when they were updating something else or patching something else, but it's just a bit ridiculous. So there we go, that should be enough zombies even though we nuked most of them. And we're just going to start feeding the dragon now. And this time I'm going to cut to when we get the Wrath of the Ancients, as long as that doesn't happen again and as long as I don't end the round. Alright, I actually did get a nuke, so you'll notice I'm doing this at round 2 instead, but I mean, there we go, we still achieved the impossible. And the only thing left to do is make the bows. So here we go, that's 1, and 2 and 3. I am killing them a bit carelessly, you'll notice, and you can kind of afford to do that, but I think I'm just going to use the chain trap again just to be safe. Okay, so we're at the part where we need kills, and this is where the glitch is actually going to start to pay off, because you're not going to end the round, you can literally get all of them on round 2. And then after this, obviously, you need to get a bunch more kills, but down in the underground. Come to think of it, I feel bad for anyone who's tried to do a high round attempt and use that trap, and they just weren't able to end the round and probably didn't know why. But then again, let's be real, nobody uses that trap. But yeah, there we go, we've almost done the bow, it's round 2, and I just have like an absurd number of kills at this point. I think I might have to use the trap again, but I'm running low on points a bit, so I'm just gonna use that as soon as I get the points too. Obviously I'm gonna save up at the bow crafting place. But yeah, you'll know you've definitely done this glitch right when you can't walk anywhere because of the amount of zombies there are. It feels so weird calling it a glitch because it's like literally just using the trap as you're meant to. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Stormbow in round 2. If that's not a completely overkill flex, I don't know what is. Except getting all of the other 3 bows also on round 2, which I'm definitely going to do right now. So I think the next one I'm going to do is a wolf one just because that's also kind of easy. Or actually, I'll get the fire one, I'll go for the fire one. Okay, luckily they didn't die, because I don't know what happens to them if they're outside and they die from that. They might not respawn, they probably do, but maybe. Yeah, they're respawning. Okay, that's fine. And you also don't have the mega fast, fiery and electric ones coming in, so that's okay. I actually messed that up, that is so annoying. Right, I'm gonna have to wait for like another 10 minutes, don't mind me. Ugh. Right, we finally have another rocket test going up, so hopefully I don't mess it up this time. Alright, there we go. And we still have like a million zombies, so that's fine. Right, I'm pretty sure the fireball takes a few more zombies than the electric bow, but that should be fine, because again, infinite zombies. And now, luckily I know like the shortcuts for the 2 tricky ones. Obviously one of them is pretty easy. I think that might not have worked, so I went too early. I don't know if I mentioned this, but you can also just straight up use this glitch to get like red hexes or levels on your guns. And you don't want to take it to the higher rounds. Maybe just because it's a rubbish gun and you want to use it in multiplayer or something. I know the Pharaoh's quite good in multiplayer, but is really weak in this. So I guess if you wanted a red hex gun like that, or just that, this glitch is going to help you out with that. I don't know if that hit, that was way too early. Oh no, I did, okay. So I have to say, like, even like the shortcuts for this are a bit tricky to pull off sometimes. And it's like, they're shortcuts. Which just kind of shows you how ridiculous this bow is to make sometimes. Especially if that glitch happens at the end of the Easter egg where it wants the firebow for that the witch step. The ghost step, whatever you want to call it. That's happened a few times where we're doing an Easter egg and it asks for that bow when no one has it, and we're like, fuck, guess we're gonna have to build that. And it takes ages and sometimes we just die. A bit pathetic, but it's just annoying when that happens just because the fireball is such a pain in the ass to make. It'd be fine if it was like as overpowered as the Stormbow, but it really just isn't, so it's really just not worth it half the time, unless you're the 4th player and you really want a bow, obviously. Okay, so just realised this is the step where you have to shoot the volcanoes, and it can easily just give you like a rubbish match of like... It can easily just give you a rubbish match for like what fireplace you need to shoot and what circle is lit. And if you mess it up, you have to end the round. So obviously I'm not doing that. If I mess that up, I'll just go for the other 2 bows and then come back to this. But I mean, hopefully I can do it. Thing is though, there's like a million zombies on me because of the glitch. Right, so I think I have no idea which one that is. Okay, this is still doable. Wait, we got the free max ammo as well, hell yeah. At least at the end of all the stupid bow steps you get to see the sun blowing up, which is pretty cool. Wow, look at that. And here is our reforged arrow. So we need 20 more kills. So I think just to be safe I'll do the trap again, just because we don't know if these are the last ones, as I keep saying. So yeah, here's the fireball. I mean, along with the sun looking cool, you have to admit this is the best looking bow. Even if it is the worst bow. And don't at me, the void bow is actually pretty good. Okay, better than the wolf, I'll tell you that. And better than this, definitely. Yeah, we're gonna need this place open for the entirety of the void bow quest. Right, so after you find all the weird heads, you need to obviously make crawlers. Now this might be a bit of an issue on round 2. Let me just stop that right there, because a bit of an issue was an understatement. It took half an hour to end the round once I ran out of grenades and Wrath of the Ancients ammo. So I'm gonna make a little jump cut here, but keep in mind it took half an hour to finish the round. That's how many zombies I made. I think that's the last 2. I hope they're the last 2. They're not. You know, you get to about 700 kills, you start thinking the round just isn't going to end. I did that about 5 times, so if you're counting in your head, don't do it 5 times. There we go, 700 kills, right? At least I have my grenades back. And that is the most important thing. I got 2 crawlers to make and I got 2 attempts. We have slightly more health if that helps. There we go, that's perfect, right? I think round 2 was just a bit too weak, but round 3 that happened really easily. Okay, so we can actually go back to making the bows. Remember when this video was about making the bows? I don't, it's been about half an hour. I'm not even kidding. I'm starting to lose my mind a wee bit there. Honestly, I'd be happy about this if it didn't take me like half an hour to do. But there we go, we have the void bow and now we just have the wolf one. There we go, that's all the bows. They were made on round 3. You could do it on round 1 if you didn't mess up like I did. Yeah, hit like if you find this useful and if you plan on doing the Easter egg yourself with it, or even just the bows.